Hello. I just wanted to go ahead and show you how I clean my clay extruder real quickly. This is the Walnut Hollow clay extruder. They've been selling them at Michael's and Joann's, but after I use it, I go ahead and I take this off. I usually let the tip sit for at least an hour if it's primo. If it is sculpey, it's soft and you're going to need to let it rest longer. But I separate my pieces. And there will be a little bit of clay in here too, so I take off the back. And I pull it out. And this is in pretty good shape. There's a little O-ring in here, and if it is dirty, you could pop this O-ring out, and you could pop the O-ring out, but this is a pretty new extractor, and it still has a pretty good seal, so it hasn't gone below, but you could take a safety pin or a double-pointed needle just to remove any excess clay. So that works well. Now I go back in and just make sure there's no residue. If there's residue, I'll use my finger to wipe it out. And then there is the lid and the frosting tip. Hold on one second. Now you have to be careful when cleaning this part, because cleaning this part there's little threads, and if you destroy the threads your Walnut Hollow will not work anymore. It doesn't bug me to have a little bit of clay in there, it's soft and I could remove it, but to clean it I do not remove the safety pin. I do not remove my toothpick, and I just continue going in a circle. Sorry, it's hard for you guys to see at that angle, but I'm left-handed. Looks like the thread runs the opposite way, so I follow the thread, twisting. Like I said, you have to be careful when you do these to make sure you don't lift it out of the thread, or you could destroy the thread. So I also don't do it with metal or something super hard. I found the toothpick works well, and this removes the excess clay from the thread. And there we go. See how nice and clean that is now? Now for this guy, the safety pins, the toothpicks pretty much break in there, but I usually go along the edges and start bringing the clay towards the center. And this is to start separating that clay. You can see it's starting to separate right here on the side. The longer you let it wait between doing this and having done your project, the better. So I would even wait even 24 hours if I don't need my extruder to get it out of just the tip. It's always good if you could clean this one right away when you can. But I go along the sides and bring everything towards the center. The longer you wait, the easier it's going to separate from that outside. But as you can see, it's starting to separate. And I just push the excess clay towards the middle. And I want lots of clay towards the middle to give me something good to grab onto. So you can see it's starting to separate from the outsides, and then I kind of start twisting and rotating, not twisting, but just rotating it. And if it's not too soft, it will start pulling it out altogether. I'm going to see if I could bring a little bit more of it up. Down deep it's wanting to stick, but as you can see it does separate. But the trick is to try to get it all coming out in one piece. And it's almost there, it's just, there we go. So see? And then you could always clean the parts towards the top where it didn't come out cleanly with your finger by just rubbing the side of it. And there we go. But that's the cleanest way that I get them out, is literally by bringing it all towards the center and pulling up so there's enough clay to grab onto. And then just sticking my finger in if there was any excess little bits of clay. It's a little bit on the corner here. But that's it. So that's how I clean my clay extruder. And I like to make sure that I store my my clay extruder together. So I twist my handle back on, and I do twist my cap on just to make sure that it stays nice and together and doesn't get lost. And while we're at it, I am going to show you the outside of the box. I saved it this time for you guys. I'm not finding the sleeve that fits over it, but it comes in this kind of clear box, and it has all these little pieces separated. It comes with extra O-rings in case they snap or break, which they eventually do, but I literally store them just all inside the box. And the walnut hollow fits back inside. And then it also will fit the tips. So there we go. And what I'll do is, if we hit 50,000 subscribers, I will actually purchase one of these and do this in a giveaway. The other type of clay extruder they sell in the regular craft stores near me. I bought this, but as you can see, I never opened it. It's Sculpey. Now, it is much harder to use this. It's push, and you have to force the clay through the tip. It's a lot harder than the walnut hollow one. I used to use this long before the walnut hollow came out, and I did it, and it works. It's just a lot harder to force the clay through. You need it a lot warmer. If it is a lot warmer, the clay on the outside could stick to itself on the way back. So it's okay, and it does its job, but I really prefer the walnut hollow. I absolutely love it. But it looks like the top might actually be the same size as the walnut hollow, and if it is, you might possibly be able to use the Wilton. I'm not going to test this out. I'm not going to test it out because I'm not going to be opening this. So if we hit the 50,000 subscribers, this particular guy will go to another person, and we'll have to figure out how that will work. But I'll do a giveaway where I'll give away like 5 or 6 sets of tools, and they will all go to different people, and we'll have to figure out how to randomly generate or select winners. But that will be our goal. So if we hit 50,000 subscribers, then we will somebody else will get a walnut hollow, and someone will get this clay extruder, and then maybe I'll do a set of double pointed needles, or maybe a set of the Kemper round cutters. But I'll come up with some cool, fun tools to give away. So when we hit 50,000, that's what it will be. Thanks for watching all my videos as usual. Go ahead, feel free to comment, ask any questions you want. I'll try to answer any questions I can. And take care, guys. Bye.